If you were looking to build a deck or a new fence during the pandemic, you may have noticed that lumber is hard to buy. The shortage has put a burden on the industry with rising costs and delayed projects. Jason Guidola tells us more about the cause of the shortage and when supply levels are expected to return to normal.
It's a hot commodity, and contractors are having to fight tooth and nail to find it.
We're buying it pretty much, as we go. It's pretty much a scavenger hunt at this point in time.
Mike Fournier, a fencing contractor, says the cost of doing business has spiked and some jobs are delayed because of the lumber shortage in Canadian markets. Today in Smithville, he had to pick up some extra pine fence boards from a retailer where he says he's paying on average 30 to 50% more than usual for pressure-treated wood. Now, right here is a 2x6x10 piece of lumber that Fournier says normally costs around $15 per unit at the beginning of the season. But since the shortage, he says it's skyrocketed all the way up to $28 per unit. He says he's had to scale back on crew members, and his quotes for clients have gone up by the thousands.
Some people want to wait till maybe next year, but I told him, I said, I don't know if materials are going to go up even again.
And it's a problem that is likely to stick around after the season is done. Contractors say the pandemic caused mill closures, and suppliers need months in advance to process lumber.
And obviously when COVID hit, that was a perfect time to start prepping for the season. They were unable to do that, so they got behind the 8 ball right off the bat.
Builders are not just competing with each other in the search for lumber, but with homeowners as well.
Because people were staying at home, they weren't traveling, they took a look around their house and they said, look, there are some projects we need to do. And so places like Home Depot, Canadian Tire have never been so busy.
Now, Marvin Ryder from the DeGroote School of Business says it will be at least 6 months until we see any kind of uptick in a lumber supply. So he says anyone with renovation plans before winter, you may want to hold it off until either next spring or summer. Nicole.